Looks like some kind of Soviet architecture. Hey, this Kazakh guy is going to challenge Daddy to arm wrestling. Both cities have a really nice looking mosque. You don't have to travel to like the super countryside or anything like that. This is already my third time coming to Almaty, Kazakhstan. Truth be told, I actually love being here in the summer a lot more than I love being in South Korea where I'm from. One thing you can notice about Almaty or Kazakhstan in general is that there is a lot of green located in all of the neighborhoods around the city. People here are just super friendly to me. I don't know if it's just because of me or is it just because people are just friendly in general. Today I just want to make a video to make some comparisons between Seoul and Almaty and hopefully help you make a decision about which city you would want to spend your summer in. Humid Seoul, dry Almaty. Let's go. Woo. Man, I had to take a pit stop, get some water. One thing that Seoul and Almaty have in common is that in the summertime, it's super hot. It's in the 30s here, it's also in the 30s in Seoul, but as I said before, it's much more doable and bearable here in Almaty than it is in Seoul because here it's dry. In Seoul, it is super humid. Another thing to compare between the two cities is that in both cities, people who aren't used to seeing foreigners are always staring at me. Even in Korea, even in the neighborhood, excuse me, where I live in Korea, people who know me still stare at me. So like here in Kazakhstan, a lot of the older Kazakhs who don't see foreigners often, they always like look at me, but they're looking at me and smiling. Another thing about Almaty and Seoul is that both of the cities are the two largest cities in their respective countries, Kazakhstan and Korea. But in Almaty, it's not as densely populated as it is in Seoul. So you'll see a lot of people, but there's also a lot of space for people to just walk. So if you're walking like just down the street, you probably won't run into so many people at once unless you're like in the center of the city. Unlike Seoul, like if you're just walking down the street anywhere in the city, you're always going to find people walking in front of you, like maybe 5, 6, 7, 10 people, unless it's like at the very nighttime. Like here now, I'm walking in the very center part of the city, so the population density is increasing, but as you can see, there's still like so much space. Like look at the streets. Look at the streets, so much space. Over there, there's no one. I also mentioned in another video about Almaty that this city just has so much green. Like if you compare the green in Almaty to the green in Seoul, you can't compare. Almaty wins because it looks like there was just green here, and in order to build the city, the constructors or the city planners, they built within the trees. So it's like, of course they had to cut down some of the trees to keep space for building streets and apartments and things like that. But I mean, it looks like they left a lot of the green up. Like if you just look down there, kind of reminds me of Atlanta, my city. Just entire city is surrounded by green. Even on the outskirts where I was coming from, it's super green. In Seoul, you'll see green every now and then, but mostly you'll only see green like in the park areas, but not in the center of the city. It's just not there. They are building a Starbucks here. This is the first time that I've seen a Starbucks in Almaty. Usually I see independent cafes, but they're actually building a Starbucks right here. This is crazy. In Seoul, I think there are like 10,000 or no, 1,500 Starbucks in the city, but this is the first one that I've seen in Almaty. Pardon my voice, I'm still sick, but here in Almaty, there are just so many independent cafes and independent restaurants. So I'm really shocked to see that Starbucks over there. I think another difference between Seoul and Almaty are the park benches, or these aren't even park benches. These are just benches along the street. So if you look down this street, just all the way down the street, there's a park bench here, There's a park bench over here. There's a park bench there. There's a bench there. I have to stop saying park benches. They're not park benches. They're just benches. And they're littered across the city. So people, if they're waiting for the bus or they just want to sit down and chill, there's a park bench for them. Look, there's a park bench. There's a bench here, here, here. I have to stop saying park benches. They're not park benches. They're just benches. And then not only that, big difference. There's trash cans. Oh, hi. See ya. There's trash cans here. And you can't find these in Seoul. Like, seriously, I walked around for 45 minutes in Seoul looking for trash cans. But here in Almaty, there are so many trash cans. I think it's because Kazakhstan is just so much bigger than Korea that they have like space to throw away all the trash. I'm not sure, but it makes life a bit more convenient and easier if there are trash cans around, because the more trash cans there are, the less people are going to throw the trash on the street. So as you can see, like on the streets, there aren't a lot of trash things. So here there's a cigarette butt. This looks like a lollipop stick. I'm really searching. Here is I think this is like a candy wrapper or something, or a cigarette thing. You're gonna be hard pressed to find a lot of trash on the streets of Almaty. But in Seoul, like on Bulkum, like Friday nights, Saturday nights, you're gonna see a ton of trash in the party areas or even in the restaurant areas, because people just are out eating and there are no trash cans to throw away their stuff, so they just toss the trash on the street. So here, no trash on the street at all. Another big difference between Seoul and Almaty is that here the traffic lights are so fast. Like in Seoul, you would be standing at a traffic light for a very, very long time. But here in Almaty, the traffic goes and it stops, and then you cross and then it stops. I mean, it's like, I don't know what algorithm they're using here in Almaty in order to keep the traffic flowing, the pedestrian traffic and the automobile traffic going the way that it does, but they're doing a hell of a job. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that either of these differences between the cities is a bad thing. I'm just noting rather, the differences that I experience that will help you determine where you want to travel in the summertime. I'm not saying you need to choose either city because of this or that. I'm just laying out my life experiences to help you make a better informed choice. And just look at this neighborhood here. This is walking away from the center of the city. And actually, honestly, I think the further away from the center of the city you get, the more green it is. Because last time my friends and I took a walk around the center of the city, and there was green, of course, but it smelled a lot of exhaust because there are so many cars going through the roundabouts and things. But now we're like really walking away from the center of the city, and it's just lush. Got some pine trees over there, and I don't know what these are. Are these oak? Are these oak trees? Whatever they are, they make the city look so appealing. Like, I don't even have that many things to do today. I'm just walking around and just enjoying myself. That's how like pretty the green makes Almaty look. And I'm not saying Seoul is not pretty, but Seoul is really a concrete jungle, whereas Almaty is lush. A really good experiment. You can see over here the light is winding down. The time is going down. It's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's flashing, right? So now it's red. And now there's another LED numerical indicator letting us know when the next green light is going to be. So all of these cars, they remain still until the indicators tell them they can go. You rarely, or I have rarely seen any people or any cars running the stop signs or running the lights here. So now there's 5, 3, 2, 1. This gentleman's gonna walk fast, but look, now everyone just walks, and it lets you know how long the green light is. And in Seoul, they have that as well, but I kind of feel like in Seoul, there are a lot of cars, especially taxis, trying to get away with running the lights. And maybe it happens here as well, but I haven't seen it. So it's just something that you should be mindful of. Like, you can always rest assured that, you know, the cars are going to stop for the most part. And now I'm walking in this park. I don't even know the name of the park. I'm just walking to a destination looking for a SIM card, and I just happened to come through this park. And as I told you before, the weather is not humid, it's very dry. So the trees in this park just make the air so much cooler, and just smells incredibly fresh. I mentioned this in another video that Almaty smells really good. This is one of the best, if not the best smelling city that I have ever traveled to in my life. It smells good on the outside. If you go into an establishment, it smells good on the inside. In Seoul, can't say that it smells so good, especially in the summertime when all the drains are opened and there are some not too appetizing smells coming from the sewage. But it's hot here. It's similarly hot here in Almaty, and I don't smell any bad things coming from the sewage. And I think that's what it was. I don't smell that from the sewage, which makes me think, like, yeah, when I came to Almaty, that was one thing that was missing. Like, in the summer in Korea, you're definitely going to smell the sewage, but in Almaty, you're not. This is one reason why I came back to Almaty. Like, seriously, this green is crazy. Reminds me of being in Georgia. Oh, and look, it looks like some kind of like Soviet architecture. I'm not sure what building this is, but look at the flowers and the very well manicured lawns that are surrounding this structure. Just Seoul also has this. Seoul has Gyeongbokgung, Changdonggung, like so many different palaces in Seoul that also have well manicured lawns. So this is another thing that these two cities have in common. It's just here the air is so dry, so you can actually be outside in the summer and enjoy it. Ah, this is a church. I saw a priest walking in. I don't know the name of this church because I don't have a SIM card in my phone, so I can't access Google. And I was just passing by here randomly, but yeah, I'll put the name of the church hopefully in the video. But that's amazing architecture. I don't know if it's old Soviet architecture or if it's Kazakh architecture, but yeah, I have to research that. This church is very similar, I think, to, there's a Catholic church in Myeongdong in Seoul, which is very famous. So I don't think you can actually have mass in here. It might just be a landmark, but it's an amazing structure. Here's the front of the church, and here, something that is ubiquitous in Almaty and in Seoul, pigeons. Look at all of these pigeons. And people are actually over there feeding the pigeons. I don't think tourists in Seoul would actually feed the pigeons. But these people are feeding the pigeons, and it's, yo, they're just flying. Yo, I'm gonna get away from here because I'm not scared of pigeons or anything like that. But it's just, I don't think pigeons in the city are the cleanest. Like, pigeons in general are really clean animals, but like in the city, just walking around in Seoul or in Almaty, yeah, I don't think so. This walkway is so pretty. I don't know, every time I come to the city, I just fall more in love with it. I hope this doesn't seem like I'm more biased towards Almaty than I am towards Seoul, because I live in Seoul and I lived in Seoul for so many years. I love that city, but I'm also loving Almaty, and I think two things can be true at the same time. Yeah, I can love Seoul and I can love Almaty. Just Almaty is so different than Seoul in the regards that I'm mentioning on video. I didn't even know there was a Starbucks here. I guess because I don't really look for Starbucks when I'm traveling, but yeah, so there are 2 Starbucks in Almaty against the Koreans 1,050. Okay, another thing that's similar about or between Almaty and Seoul is that if you go to these like markets, these inside markets, none of the workers, well, not many of the workers can speak English. So I was trying to find an eSIM for my phone, and I went to each of the stalls, and they're like, no. I was like, can you speak? No. English? No. So I was like, oh my God. So yeah, you definitely need like a friend, a Kazakh friend or a Korean friend if you're in either of those cities to help you around, because either you're going to get screwed or you're just not going to get what you want. Okay, Americans, check this out. If you're in Almaty, I don't know if this is for Kazakhstan, but this is at least for Almaty. Don't go to Beeline, the phone company, to get your SIM card, or eSIM rather, because for some reason they don't allow Americans to have an eSIM. So I went to another place called, I think Alltel or Nextel 2 or something like that. Anyways, I'll put the name in the video. And they very easily gave me an eSIM. It took like, 5 minutes, and I paid 18,000 won for 35 terabytes, which is 18,000 won is probably something like, I don't know, $14, $13 maybe, something like that. So yeah, it's super cheap. And yeah, just make sure no Beeline. You go to Alltel, they'll take care of you. The comparison between Almaty and Seoul is that both cities have a really nice looking mosque in the center. I don't know the name of this mosque. I don't know the name of the mosque in Seoul either, but I do know that this mosque and the one in Seoul are very well built, very well constructed. Like, look at this. Look at the dome. I don't think that's real gold, but just, man, it's amazing. And the parapets on the sides. Let's go in for a closer look, shall we? Okay, I don't think I can go inside of the mosque because I'm definitely not dressed properly. I have shorts and I have a cutoff shirt, so I don't want to go inside or try to go inside and be disrespectful, but I think we can just admire the amazing structure on the outside. And I guess since I've been to the mosque now here in Almaty, I have to go to the one in Seoul just to show a comparison, but this looks amazing. Yeah, I'm not sure. Assalamu alaikum. Can I walk here? Is okay? Ahmed. So we can walk here on this ground, but I don't think we can walk over there because, yeah, it's like hollowed ground, and you can see people coming out probably from worship. So this is good enough, but just take a look at this. I love Islamic architecture. It reminds me a lot of being in Uzbekistan, like how the windows are carved. I love that. Oh, this is my new friend Danny. He's also a YouTuber. Wears his hats very well. All of his videos, he has a nice hat on. Reminds me of a younger me. I'm gonna ask you a question, like, how do you like Kazakhstan so far?
It's really cool. Like, the city is really beautiful. Like, the Almaty is really beautiful. I've only been in this city. It's really nice. The area is really clean. People are super friendly. Like, everyone who talks to me, like, oh, where are you from? You're American? Wow. Like, they love American culture here. It seems like they really are like Black American culture stuff, like the music and everything. So it's really nice here, and I want to come back. I think it's been a really successful trip.
Come on. Another comparison, Seoul and Almaty, there's a CU here. I had no idea there was a CU here. So Koreans, people love Korean culture. You gotta come to the CU, you gotta get your ramen and stuff. Yo, I had no idea they had a CU in Almaty. Get out of here. Okay. Can you do like an exaggerated movement, like you're about to... Okay, this Kazakh guy is gonna challenge Danny to arm wrestling.
How big this guy is, eh? All right.
He's so big. Let's see.
I already know I'm gonna lose. All right. 3, too. Ah, fuck! Ah, you got me. You got me. Good, you got me.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of young women here with children or pregnant. I guess it's different from Korea or Seoul in that you don't see so many young couples with children here, or young women with babies, but you see that a lot here. So I guess that's a good thing. It means that the birth rate is either steady or it's rising. Yo, I've been walking for a long time. I don't even walk this much in Korea. I've been walking for a long time here in Almaty. Whew. There are buses here. You can see a bus stop right here. This nice Arab painting, or painting of a Muslim. So they have bus stops here, and the buses actually run quite well. Like you can see it. But I chose not to take the bus because I wanted to get my exercise, being that I can't work out my upper body. But they also have trams here, so it's something that Korea doesn't have. Seoul does not have any trams, but Almaty does. So it's like there are a multiplicity of ways to get around in the city. Oh, and the taxis are super cheap. Like from my hotel to the center of town, I think it's like $4 or $5. Yeah, it's really cheap here for your transportation. Maybe you can't see on my screen, maybe you can, but I'm taking a taxi, Yandex, because actually I don't think Danny and I want to walk anymore. We've been walking for like what, an hour or something?
Yeah, man.
Just like Seoul, Almaty has no shortage of cafes. There's cafes everywhere. So you might not see the same chain cafes that you see in Seoul, but you definitely see a lot of cafes in the city. So there are so many similarities. There are a few differences, of course, because of the culture and just way of life and how people interact with each other and even how people look. But there are so many similarities here that wow, there's a rainbow. So many similarities that you can come here and you can really enjoy yourself. If you're from Seoul, you will definitely like it. Guys, what's going on? I'm here at Mendenwa in Almaty, and I'm going to another mountain area called Shimalek, and this may be a little more than I bargained for. This place reminds me a lot of Bukhansan in Seoul. So just like Bukhansan in Seoul, this mountain is surrounding, or this mountain range actually is surrounding all of Almaty. It's an amazing experience. Unlike Bukhansan in Seoul, they actually have horses here. Hey guys, this is actually my third time here in Almaty, and the first couple of times that I came here, I was told that I should come here to, I can't say the name properly, Mendeo. So this place is called Mendeo. I can never say it properly, but yeah, I was told that I should come here because these are the mountains that surround Almaty, and whenever I'm in the city, I always see the mountains and I think they're so beautiful. And actually, now that I'm here, it's the truth. Okay, let me tell you about this place. It is a trek. So I thought Bukhansan in South Korea in Seoul was very high. No. This place is incredibly high. Wow. Guys, take a look at that. And this is just right outside of the city. You don't have to travel to like the super countryside or anything like that. You're just right here. Maybe 40-minute bus ride outside of Almaty. or you can take the train, excuse me, a taxi out here. But this place is just freaking amazing. And of course you can get the cable cars to go all the way to the other side to, I think it's called Chimelek. But wow, super cool. And then you have people like around just like waiting, and I guess they're taking photos and waiting for their friends and things. It's really, really, really cool here. Wow, and take a look at all that up there. Look at this. Sheesh. Yeah, life is better in a taxi. Okay, so arrived here at, I never remember the name of this place, Shambulak. It's Shambulak. Raining, but the place looks amazing. It looks really, really cool, but unfortunately we can't like stay out because it's really starting to come down. So I guess gonna take this cable car. Well, I think we have to take the cable car down. Well, actually there's a concert happening up here. It's like so many people, and like up there there's famous artists. So yeah, it's pretty cool up here. This is a I think this is a kind of resort. Okay guys, we finished hiking up the mountain to Mindao, yeah, I can never say it properly, and Shimbulak. And now we're gonna go to this, this is like the Green Bazaar. So like usually in Korea, in Seoul, after I hike from Bukhansan, I'll come to like one of the markets near the city or near the area of the mountain and just do like some shopping or find some food. So let's go into this green market or green bazaar and like see what they have to offer. So you just walk in and there's a bunch of like telecommunications places here. Oops, there we go. There's your telecommunications places here. And I heard there's like a really nice cafe at the top. Hi. So like you can come here, I'm seeing, and probably you can get a SIM card or eSIM or something. So this is like the area very close to the center of the city and to the mosque. And also this is very reminiscent of the like telephone market located in the center of the city in Arbat. Oh, this is cool. Bro. Hello. Ah, this is fun. USA. American. Yes. They're always asking, where is you from? So let's walk around the other side and see if we can find like the entrance to where there's some cafes and stuff. Because this side is just like selling clothes. There's actually a cafe over there, but I heard there was a really famous Dutch cafe or cafe owned by a Dutch person here. So hopefully we can get on the inside, wherever the inside is. And outside they have a fruit shop over here. And I wonder if this is the actual green bazaar, because it's green and the bazaar in front of us wasn't green. So maybe this is it. Okay, now we're, wow, this guy looks angry. Now we're on the inside of the bazaar, and it's basically like just any other bazaar that you find. It's there's clothes, there's shoes, there's belts, there's hats, there's it's all kinds of things in here that you can buy. So yeah, it's pretty cool in here. Some little kid just told us once we got off the elevator that the coffee shop is here, the one that we're looking for. I have no idea. Oh, this guy's in here sewing. Yo, you can get like clothes and stuff tailor-made in here. Okay. This is this is an unexpected surprise. So I'm pretty sure like you can come here and get all kinds of like designed clothes. Like they have Arabic style clothes, they have Kazakh style clothes, they have Western style clothes, but they don't have the cafe. They don't have the cafe that we're looking for. Okay guys, well, I'm just gonna end the vlog here because we couldn't really get inside of the Green Bazaar. Most of it was clothes. Clothes. Closed. But yeah, this is just something you can do after hiking up at the Shimbulak Medal area. So similar to Seoul. And I don't know, I think I'm not gonna do a video like this again, like a comparison, because it kind of takes away from the charm of just the individual place where you are. I thought that I should do like a video comparing so I could like draw in the same audience, but that's not organic, and it just doesn't fit me. So I'm just gonna go back to doing my regular stuff. Anyways guys, love you so much. Thank you for joining me on this journey as always, and I hope to see you in the next one. Make sure you stay hydrated, take care, and peace.